Folks, life is very, very, very simple. But human beings have made it so complex that it is creating lots and lots of problems. Probably most of you know about it, but I've been saying there are ways to be happy. Everybody, not only you, everyone, the whole world, to be happy, but nobody wants to listen to it. When I was talking about unconditional love, one of my viewers, I don't think he watches my videos nowadays, he said that he looks like a Christian because Jesus Christ talked about unconditional love, it seems, according to him. I don't know how he got it, but he did mention, it is mentioned in the Bible. He preached unconditional love. So he assumed that I am a Christian. The very first day that I got my spiritual experience, I started doubting about religions. And for my first video, in which I clearly said, I do not belong to any religion. Anyway, the reason why I mentioned that is, so unconditional love is such a wonderful thing among people to have. Why should it be the only Christian? So the Hindus they don't have to have unconditional love? It's okay to have your conditioned love to your parents, your wife, your children, your country, and your religion, and your gods. Didn't any gods say unconditional love is the primary thing for you, for the well-being of the whole humanity? In fact, in Tamil Nadu, where I grew up, in Shivalinga and in Shiva temples, Muruga, the Kartiga temples, the first thing on the top of the temple Gopuram, the written is Anbe Sivam. That means love, the unconditional love is Shiva. They didn't say Shiva is unconditional love. Another name for unconditional love, Anbu, is Shiva. Now, but nobody seems to know it. They think that it is a Christian thing. Jesus Christ has to come and say, guys, have unconditional love to everybody. Even then, the Hindus didn't really understand that. Anyway, so see how their religion has made it so difficult to lead a normal, happy, loving, lovable life. I know a family, husband and wife. They are in middle age, must be around 43, 44, around that age. They were married. When they were married, they know each other. And the wife expected, I know them both very well, the wife expected him to be a normal man, to have a sexual relationship with her and have children, not too many, just children, enough number of children. Both of them can decide how many children to have, depending upon their income and so on and so on. But this gentleman didn't want to have any sexual relationship with her. You know the reason why? He's a Shiva Bhakta. His goal is to reach Shiva. So she was frustrated. Obviously, any normal human being will be frustrated. Lady will be frustrated. She thought that He doesn't like him because she is not beautiful, this, that. And finally, she found out it's because he has decided to do meditation and reach Shiva. You know what he does? He recites, he does puja, Shiva puja, meditates, recites all the mantras and things like that. He does fasting. He doesn't want to have sexual relationship with his wife. Then she said she really first got really frustrated, and at least she expected him to be kind to him, to to be very loving, to say loving words. Even that she didn't get it. You know why? Because he thought if he talks very nice, loving words to his wife, then he'll be attracted to her, and then his um, is plan to reach the Shivahood or Shiva will be gone, will be erased. Then it will be hindrance. I don't know where he learnt. He watched my videos and I told him there is no such thing. Love is the most important thing. Start loving your wife. Sexual relationship does not mean that you are out of out of your way of reaching Godhead. And he didn't listen. He listened only to Hindu Swamijis and a lot of people who are around to teach meditation techniques, and they all said, no, one more before before that, the wife asked him, why you got married to me if you don't have any interest in sexual life? You know what he said? He said, it is your past karma. You got it? Hindu concept, karma. It is your karma that you have to, past karma, you did something bad, and he even said what he did, what she did, what bad she did. How can he know that? Because I'm sure that somebody must have told him, some Swamiji or somebody who came to preach him this concept after getting a lot of money. Of course, they are not free, and have told him this is why she got married. But you should be focused only on Shiva. Then time passed. She really felt unhappy. Her mind was totally affected. In fact, one of the relatives, she told me, both of them very close to me. One of the relatives tried to tell her, tried to seduce her, your husband is not giving you sexual satisfaction, I can give you that. She got really upset. She got really upset, and she even went and told this gentleman, husband, this is what your relative told me. He didn't bother about it. He said, it's all your karma. So now it's about they are 40 years old. She's not doing that well. But because of all the stress, because you are living with the husband, no child, no sexual relationship, no kind words. All you have to do is just cook and serve him. That's it. That's all she has to do. So her health got affected. Now he said, "You have." He is not only doing his fasting and other things, puja and other things himself, but he is forcing her to do pujas, get up early morning, with all her ill health, 5 o'clock, recite all the Shiva mantras. Even sometimes, even if it doesn't go inside her mind, just blindly store it, even if you don't understand. That's the situation they are in. She really sick and he doesn't care. He takes her to hospital and all, but he doesn't understand the main reason why she got mentally and physically totally frustrated is because of her attitude towards her sexually as well as even though not sexually, the words, not even kind words are not there between them. They are behaving like machines. He is behaving like machines, and one of the machines, husband machine. See what the Hindu religion has made him to behave. Hindu religion, all this meditation, karma yoga, karma yogis, kriya yogis, all these yogic techniques. Why even Vallalar, the great immortal ruler, the forthcoming immortal ruler, left his wife. And he said only 1 hour he must be sleeping, all the other time he must be praying to God. That was his method. Finally, he got totally frustrated and died, according to the document available. Anyway, just see how the religion has made life miserable. I told him, I personally talked to him about unconditional love. He doesn't want to understand that. Because it is not said in the scriptures. No Shiva Purana says that. All these guys who are getting money and teaching them all Shiva Puja, all the mantra techniques, they are not telling unconditional love. They are only talking meditating and reaching Shiva. Shiva of what? Of their mind. Is there anybody who really understood what Shiva is? Any of those guys? By the way, if they are doing it, why are they collecting money from them? From the people. Anyway, this is one example how religion, Hindu religion, I'm sure other religions have similar problems too. But Hindu religion is the most, to my knowledge, difficult for the family people to live because all the sannyasis, the people who are taking 1 or 2 grains of rice and show that they are able to live with a skinny bone like body. Of course they can live like that, but can any family man live and earn money? Still, Hindu religion puts all these Swamijis at the top. They are the examples, role models of Hindu religion. And all these family people, they are after sexual love, sexual feelings. Anyway, that's one thing. Second thing is there is another person. He was interested in my spiritual experiences. Through WhatsApp, he contacted me. I talked to him about in a lot of details what I saw, etc., etc. Light, the life principle, consciousness principle, the white light, golden light, and the principle of the whole body, which is a red light, etc. He just asked a lot of questions. I answered him. Then one day he came and told me, I found life is consciousness. What do you mean life is consciousness? Life is a different energy. Consciousness is a different energy. Didn't I tell you? But I found. How did you found? How did you find? He said, I was meditating and that's what I found. I told him, he was very fond of Jnana Marg. I told him right in the beginning, you should go to Ramana Maharishi and follow his Jnana Marg technique. But for some reason, he didn't leave me. He was asking me a lot of questions. He still cannot repeat. He keeps on making mistakes about my spiritual experience. Of course, that's what will happen because that's not his experience. He'll make mistake. So he memorizes them and he meditates. And his intellect, the so-called jnana, it's the jnana marg is just intellect. Intellect or his intellect told him, life is consciousness. You see, this is again jnana marg. What I told him, this is not a correct thing. In those days, all the people read all the Vedas and things like that, Vedas, Puranas, and so on. They collected a lot of such information and then meditated. They thought about it. They meditated, and their intellect obviously came to the conclusion, you are Atma. And they said, I have found my Atma. As I've been saying, you can never find Atma because you are that Atma, the white ray of light. How can you find your Atma without an instrument which you are seeing it? If you see anything through your instrument like your body or in your meditation mind, your mind is projecting, your body is projecting. That's not what you are. You are what your mind does not project. He didn't understand. And he kept on. I told him, sir, you cannot really understand. I told him, follow unconditional love. Yes, I like unconditional love. Then again, recently he came, a few days back, he came and talked to me. Again, he repeated. He made a lot of mistakes about what I experienced. And then he said, how these five ganas came into existence. Five lights came into existence because he must have read the five the lights and so on in my video. And also he must have probably read some other people's lectures. I told him, like, look, you are following Jnana Marga, that is just cheating, plain old cheating. You are grasping in your mind what other people have said, and using your intellect, you are trying to deduce things, find new things. The mind can, intellect can, if for example, if A is equal to B, just a simple example. If A is equal to B, B is equal to C, then your intellect can easily deduce A is equal to C. It's a simple logic. This is what intellect does. It comes to new conclusion based on the old conclusion, sometimes using wrong technique. So it is still within your mind. You are concluding on something. This is what is called the great Jnana Marg. atrocious cheating. Ask anybody who has done something in the Jnana Marg. Talk to me. Let them answer my questions. Then they will say, who are you? Why should they care about you? They don't know. You are not famous. Go ahead. So I told this gentleman, I'm sorry. If you really want to, if you really want to understand, you have to really follow the unconditional love technique that I told you, explained to you. And if you are interested in meditation, then just do what I did. You reject each and everything that you read about God, including what I said, and then stand blank, the blank slate, and ask if there is any God. Just like I said, if there is any God, come and teach me. That's what you should do. And he said, okay, I understand, sir. That's what he said and went away. And another person from another country, this person is not from India. He said, I talked to him about unconditional love and things like that. He said these are all the management techniques. Probably he might have done MBA or something like that. If you follow all these management techniques, how can I be sure I get the right thing? Just ask me and then I told him also. I explained to him how you can. It's not a management technique. The unconditional love technique that I'm suggesting is not management technique. I told him, but he didn't understand. After some time, he approached me again, and I said, "I'm meditating now. I had some baby, so now I'm free. I'm meditating now." I told him, "What are you meditating?" And I told you that meditation is not the right way to do, because if you whatever you have in mind, if you really meditate, you have to reject everything that you have studied, including your Vedas and so on. And he said, I know what he what I thought about it. When you got it, why shouldn't I got why shouldn't I get it? I told him, okay, go ahead and get it. I never asked anybody not to do it, but I told them there's a better way to be happy. Not only you, the whole world be happy, and to be divine is unconditional love. He didn't really catch it this time also. Because all these guys have been all this religious Hindu religion is inscribed in their mind so strongly. You have to meditate. Kriya yoga, all kinds of yoga. By the way, the other lady who said Babaji will come as an avatar of Muruga in 24. Almost October is over. 2 more months are left. Let me see whether let us see whether Babaji is coming in the form of Muruga's this Kartikeya's avatar. All people are making money out of all this. It is because of all these religious things people are suffering. They are not ready to understand what is unconditional love. Another person told, it's so difficult to really follow unconditional love. And then he asked me about 10 different questions in his comment, a Tamil viewer. I told him, don't try to solve all your problems. Just decide, I will love everybody unconditionally and start from your home, your wife, your husband. If you are not married, your family. your father, mother, sisters, and so on. And then there will be some misunderstandings, some bad things happening, some troubles, and so on. And then that will tell you that there is something, some ignorance that you have to remove from you. So step by step, you'll keep on removing your ignorance, and one day, without you being aware, you will be you will be loving everybody unconditionally. Don't do everything at a time. Go step by step. Live the life. And that's why I told meditation is when life is meditation. Unconditional love is the meditation technique. This is the meditation technique I prescribed, taught. People have not understood. They still want to find out why God has made all these people to suffer. Why God created people like this? Why all these elders they have given the wrong knowledge to us? Why one animal is eating the other animal? Why young children are dying early? Why can't God design the life of human beings such a way that everybody lives up to their old age and die peacefully? They're having a wrong information about the God. I told in my videos there is no such thing like that, no God. The reason is that they think that the God is all human beings. God himself, as Shiva, has two children, wife. So he's up there somewhere. From there, he is taking care of everybody. That's the impression that all these guys have. I told this very clearly. There is no such person. It's just the energy. Then another English viewer asked the question, similar question. If you said that you have reached Turiya state, that is a fourth state. That is in English video. That's the name I used because for English people, I thought that will be more meaningful if I use the word Turiya state. That is a fourth state. Besides the waking, dreaming, and sleeping, the deep sleep state, there is a fourth state which you cannot go. It has to be opened by the energy beyond human mind, and so on. So she asked me the question: if you have reached that state, why can't you say suddenly change everybody's mind, the whole world, and make everybody happy? They're all having the wrong impression. The one who is asking this question, who is to be changed, who needs to be taught, is God, divine itself, God himself. There is nothing in the world, nothing but divinity. So the reason is that all this religion thing, this two-state model, that is, you are different from the God. Because that's what they tell. That's why they say you go to temple and worship. By the way, I was talking to someone about this Maya. I clearly told how scientifically I told how the mind and five senses is creating this world. This world is not really true. It's an illusion. But still, as far as this body and mind is, you are in that. You have to live this life. So that's why you need unconditional love. You are created in order to enjoy this life, beauty of this vision. So I cannot change you because you are divine. I can only teach you. You are not just a puppet. Just all of a sudden, all your mind is washed away, and new thoughts are put inside. Do you think? Do you think you will accept it? You'll go berserk. You'll see what happened to me today. All of a sudden, I don't like I don't love my wife the way that I used to do. I cannot have a sexual life with my wife, etc., etc. So, folks, the reason why I cannot change you by like a puppet by changing all your mind is because you are divine. You are different from divine. You are not different from divine. Folks, that's all I need to. I can accommodate in this video. If you have any question, please let me know. I will answer them. Talk to you soon, folks.